Well, I have probably in front of me the absolute best grip question I've ever been asked. So today, guess what? We're going to cover the grip again on my channel. So there's no better feeling knowing that when you wake up in the morning to go play golf, so that you're going to play well. There's no better feeling of hitting good golf shots down the fairway. Years ago, I was frustrated because I lost that. I was confused, I was frustrated, and then I met Mo Norman and learned the single plane swing. And so now I wake up every day and I know I'm going to hit it well, I know I'm going to play well, I know I'm going to have fun. So my mission today is to help as many people as possible wake up every day feeling good that they're going to go out there and play great because of the single plane swing. So let me read the question. This is from Mike S. It said, I had a strong lead hand grip, I'll explain that in a second, and a short lead thumb my whole life. After 3 years of single plane, I'm really struggling with a neutral and long here, so neutral hand and long thumb. My trail hand is fine. He said, it's caused me to give up 3 or 4 times, he's struggling, but I keep coming back. My swing thin grip puts my hands on right, but it feels good swinging the club head at the top. Then I start hitting the ball, they shoot to the right with major distance loss. So I go back to the old grip again, and it's a vicious cycle. And this is what I want to talk about. Or anybody experience something similar in regards to the lead hand grip? He's asking for some advice on the grip. This is a great question. The reason I like this question, it kind of asks the question in the right way, because he's telling me that when he goes to get the proper grip, it's causing a particular result. In other words, so right now, here's what the issue is for Mike. This is a strong lead hand grip with a short thumb. If you can see that, the hand is rotated, we call it, if I'm right-handed, it's rotated to the right, so the back of the hand is showing a very rotated position to the face, and the thumb is short, which restricts wrist hinge movement. Now, here's what's happened to Mike because of this position. This is part of the conversation today is why swing changes can be difficult when we change Mike's grip, why he's having some issues with it. When you have your hand in a strong rotation with a limited thumb position, and he says his trail hand's pretty good, what you really have is a closed face. What I mean by that is your hand position, and this is what I want you to follow with me in this segment, because this is really important stuff. When your body position will react to your hand position, here's how it does that. That's a rotation, right? So that's the rotation of my hand. Whatever rotation I put this hand in gives me a face rotation. So I am basically limiting the position of the face by the position of this hand. Now, if I position this hand strong like Mike has it, it requires this hand, this arm to be in this rotation for a square face. If this hand at impact gets to that rotation, the ball's going left. All right, follow me here. So when I swing a golf club, there's mass here. So there's mass. It's going to try to align with my arm. Watch what happens when I take Mike's strong hand and I actually line it up into an extension. Look what happens. The arm gets into what I call a neutral position, extended, but look at the face. It's closed. So when Mike has a strong grip, he might hit it pretty straight. Why? Because he has to counteract this rotation with a body rotation. In other words, he's got to basically say, you know what? When my arm extends, it's closed. So what I want to do is over-rotate my body. So he has to, right now, with his strong grip and that thumb position, he has to over-rotate his body to get the club to have a square position at impact. All right. So just so you know, all you need to know in that whole conversation is that if you have an improper rotation here, in order to even hit a shot relatively straight, you have to compensate with a rotation somewhere else, most likely in the upper body, to counteract this rotation. Now, here's what's important about this entire topic, is that if I fix this, so I'm an instructor, and I walk up to Mike and I said, Mike, I'm going to put this lead hand in a neutral position, so where I want it, and by the way, these are Graves golf grips designed to help you get this. So if I put my thumb into my neutral position and I make it what I call medium, not long but medium, and I neutralize this lead hand so when I extend my arm, see how the club is still square? Okay, So if I get this hand in the correct position, here's what happens to Mike. He takes the club, he sets up normally. This feels terrible to him because it's neutral. He's used to a strong position. But when he swings, his body still goes into that rotation. His arm, remember it used to be in this rotation, look at the face now, it's wide open. So he has learned to have a rotation, a strong rotation in this hand and an over-rotated torso, and the ball keeps going to the right. Now, here's the solution for Mike. If you fix this, you have to fix this. So if you're gonna change the rotation of this arm at address and impact, you got to change the body position at impact. We have to allow this arm to square up. In other words, I got to stop the rotation of the torso. So I'm going to give you, and Mike, I hope you're watching this, and I'll try to send you the link, but I want you to see what the solution to this is. The solution is we have to learn to square up the lead arm. If I had, imagine there's a wall sitting here, right? I always talk about this wall kind of idea. And if I had to hit my back of my hand against the wall, you would do this. Right? You would do that. That's squaring the hand up. Notice that if I'm not hitting it with the back of my hand here, I'm hitting it with the back of the palm here. So I'm hitting it with the back of my hand, not the back of my wrist. So I'm hitting it here. Well, look at my shoulder when I'm doing that. See this position? We have to reteach you. We changed your grip. We got you in the right neutral position. We have to reteach your body what rotation it must be in to hit that. So what you need to do is have less rotation in your body. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this very easily. I talk about slow motion stuff a lot because there's one more part of this equation that's very important. What is it when Mike gets his hand in this position and his body is open? That's at that moment of time in that swing, his body is open. I've got to change the timing of that rotation, correct? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it down and learn to retime up the rotation of this arm so the face ends up being square at impact. Watch how easy I hit this, and you're going to see when I do this that all I'm trying to do is get a feeling for this occurring, the shoulder position and hand position occurring. Watch how easy I hit this. So I'm learning how to get the feeling of how the shoulder stops and the hand squares and realigns here like this. So Mike, we have to reteach this rotation of your body starting from here so you square it up. And you've got to slow it down so you get some square shots. You're going to lose a little speed at first because I'm not having you swing full speed. And then once you get a feel for this timing of this, then you can start speeding it up and your timing will be a square club face and the proper rotation of the hand. So that's I know it's a long answer to that question, but here's what's so important about this question, and thank you for asking this. It shows the difficulty in when you make changes, especially grip changes. And I also want you to know this, is that the grip is related, everything relates in the golf swing. And this is where people miss it. They will ask me a grip question like Mike did, and the grip question, they think they're solving a problem here, and they create a problem somewhere else. Everything is connected. The model that we teach is this. Watch what I do with my body really quickly, because I'm just trying to I'm trying to shortcut this process for all of you out there. So when you're doing the single plane swing, you do it correctly. Watch what I do. When my body is set up and I go into my side bend, there's my address position tilt. I'm going to bring my arm up. I'm going to isolate this. So look at my shoulder, isolated. I'm going to grab my forearm so I can't move this. Watch this. Full rotation, right? Full rotation of this. So that's called full range of motion of my wrist. I can't go any more than that, right? That's exactly, I tilted first. That is exactly where I put the club in my hand. That's the neutral position. But notice that I didn't do it this way. I didn't go, well, let me put my hand in the neutral position. I put my body in position, right? I isolated this so it can't move. I went to a fully rotated position, and there I had to get everything correct to get that right. Now it's perfectly aligned, and that's the single plane setup. But watch this. When I swing, look what happens. Notice that my body position, see, I get into a stopped position. Look, it's reached full range. Watch this. Then that squares. See what just happened? I've full range, backswing, stop the shoulder, full range. And that's what's going to square the club face for you. It's very simple to relearn it, but you got to get it right and then retime it up with different body positions. So keep in mind, I'm not a quick fix guy. I'm a systematic guy. It's a swing system, the single plane. I hope that helps you get the grip right. It's a great question. Thanks for asking. And don't forget to subscribe. If you want to learn more about the single plane swing, click that button below and subscribe to the channel. And we cover Mo Norman and the single plane.